stop my legs from cramping, and we are going to do five. I'm going to give you five simple tips to help you prevent or manage these leg cramps. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. So basically, I help moms who work as executives. Now, these are moms of younger children who have highly stressful jobs as executives, and I help them with the physical changes that are happening in their bodies from starting from pregnancy to childbirth to motherhood to when their kids are toddlers and tweens. So that's basically before they are teenagers. So as moms, we spend, as working moms, and that too as executive moms, we spend a lot of time at our office sitting in the chair 9 to 5. Then you come home, and of course your mommy duties start. You are you're busy doing stuff with your kids, for your kids. Probably you're driving them to and fro classes, so your days are quite full. And when you come back home, you want to just lie down in bed and have a sound sleep and get ready for the next day. However, if you get leg cramps, it can disturb the quality of your sleep for sure, and it can leave your calves and your legs feeling quite sore. So, what exactly are leg cramps? So, this is like a involuntary, that is, you're not doing it yourself, an automatic sort of a cramping or a spasm that is in your muscles. So, your muscles feel really tight. Now, this could last from a few seconds to a few minutes, and it can be quite painful even when it is a few seconds. So, what exactly is the reason for this? So, there are multiple reasons. We are not going to cover the medical reasons like diabetes, etc., here because that's beyond the scope of this video. But I'm going to give you five reasons and then five tips to manage these reasons. So, the very first one is dehydration. So, if I'm looking away from the screen and just referring to my notes here, now, especially when you've, say, gone for exercise, you've done a workout, you've not had enough water, or you've been out and about in the heat and you are dehydrated in general. And also, interestingly, dehydration is not just in the summers or in the heat, it is also in the winters when we sort of forget to drink water. Like I'm guilty of this. When it's winters and the environment around you is quite cooler, I tend to forget to drink my water. And at the end of the day, I remember and then I'm glugging it down, which is not healthy. So, it really, dehydration can have multiple causes, but these are the very generic ones. When you are dehydrated, um, and you're getting leg cramps, well, what's the easiest thing to do? Just increase your water intake, right? Now, if you have any kidney issues or your doctor has put you on any fluid like fluid draining medicines or anything to do with your fluids, please do not follow this instruction or this advice that I'm giving you here. Please talk to your doctor before you do this. However, if you don't have any kidney issues and you are getting leg cramps and you're not sure whether you're dehydrated or not, hey, it doesn't hurt to increase your water intake, right? So just increase your water intake and then see if your cramps are any better. Then you can always work it backwards and say, yes, probably I was dehydrated, and probably that's why I was getting these leg cramps. The second reason is due to electrolyte imbalance. Now, electrolyte, basically, there are salts and minerals in our body that play very important roles. So things like calcium, magnesium, etc. So if you have, say, a magnesium deficiency, you can get cramps not just in your legs but in your other muscles as well. You'd probably be more achy, tired, sore in your muscles. A way to confirm this is with a blood test. But hey, if you don't want to go down that route, what you can do is you can have some magnesium rich foods every day. For example, bananas. There are certain nuts. I mean, you can Google them. I'm not a dietitian by profession, so I'm not able to advise you on which nuts exactly. But my go to is a banana. So I always take a banana in the mornings before my workout. Another thing I do is I use some electrolyte drops. So these are totally natural drops. If you want to know which one, I can send you the link, but I'm not going to get into the details of that here because I want to move on to the other reasons. Excuse me. So, Yeah, magnesium. Then, if your doctor does the blood test and you feel you are deficient, you can go in for supplements as well, if the natural sources are not enough for you. Okay, so the third one is if your calf muscle is tight. So, calf muscle is basically the lower part of the leg, basically between your knees and ankles. So, the part which is behind, like the posterior part of your leg, that is your calf muscles. I mean, everybody knows where the calf muscle is, but just letting you know in case you want to be sure. So, if you have a tightness in your calf muscles, if you are one of those who are always wearing high heels, always is the key word here, or you have noticed that you'd rather tiptoe than to put your full foot down, you probably have tight calves. Or if you say sit, some people they sit cross-legged, and I've noticed that they point their toes down towards the floor. Or even when they're sitting, they'll stretch their legs out in front of them and they will point their legs, their toes out away from themselves. So that these positions can lead to a shortened calf muscle, eventually leading to a calf tightness. So, if your calf muscles are tight, what you can do is, well, you can just do stretches for your calf muscles, right? However, if you have DVT, that is a condition where there is problem with the blood flow in your legs, or you have spider veins. If you have them, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you probably don't have them anyways. If you have spider veins, that is very prominent blue, thick veins that are sort of protruding out from the surface of your skin, then you probably want to be careful with your calf stretches and massage, as I was going to suggest just after this. You want to be careful with those, but otherwise you can do calf stretches. They're quite simple. If you want to you want like a practical video of it, you can let me know and I can send it over to you, but they're quite simple. I also address this in my free community, so you can always hop in there. I will leave a link in the description of this video later. Another thing, and a major thing, one of the reasons for calf cramps, yeah, or leg cramps, is issues with your back or your spine. So if you have issues as in problems with your lower back, it could be degenerative disc disease, that is just degeneration, wear and tear in your discs, in your spine, sorry, or you have a slip disc, or you have a stenosis, or any other issue happening around your lower back. It is possible that the nerves around the nerves that are coming out from either side of the spine in your lower back area are getting pinched somewhere or irritated by some structure around there, around your back or your bottom, and that can lead to cramps in your calf or your legs. Now, I have covered this in details in my free community that I just mentioned. I also have a hydration challenge in there because, hey, oh, drinking water is simple, right? Like, I have this big bottle of mine that I sit with every day, and I try and, there's a certain amount of water that you should be drinking, which is decided by your body weight. So I talk about all this in that hydration challenge. So hop into the group, and it's a free group. I mean, you can check it out, and I'm sure you'll like it. If you don't, you can always go out of it. And that'll give you the hydration challenge, the calf stretches, the back pain or back issues. And yeah, another last reason that I wanted to cover for your calf cramps or leg cramps is if you have flat feet. Many people don't think about this. Now, what happens is when you have flat feet, so your feet are not sitting in the neutral position that they should, the normal position. So, what happens is there is a muscle imbalance upwards, so from your feet upwards, so there can be a tightness in your calf because of your flat feet as well. So if you have flat feet, again, you need to stretch your calf muscles, plus there are a lot of other exercises and simple solutions that you can do to manage your flat feet, right? So yeah, and just another tip that I'll add in here: when you're having a calf cramp, the simplest thing to do is move your foot up and down. Easier said than done for sure, because it's a very painful experience when you have a calf cramp. You could use your other foot to just push your the foot with the cramp up and down, or if you can sit up, bend your knee and then hold the foot with your hands and then try pushing it towards you and away from you. So basically flexing and extending your foot from the ankle joint. So that is a simple solution, but you do need your other foot or your two hands to help you out. Alrighty, I hope that covers one of the reasons that why you're having your leg cramps, and I hope these tips can help you to stop your leg cramps. If you're looking for more solutions, or if you have any other suggestions, anything that you want me to talk about, any other topics as well that you want me to talk about, feel free to comment on this video and I can cover it. And I will leave a link to the I'll leave a link in the description to my free community. If you're watching me on Instagram, if you go to my bio and click there, it'll open up a new page, and once you scroll down, you'll see my community. You can join from there. Alrighty, I hope that was useful for you.